Hi there, this is Jeremiah Dollins, English teacher on assignment here at Colton High School, and I'm here today to give you a lesson in Nearpod. The focus of today's lesson will be about how to use Nearpod to upload already existing PowerPoints and then add in a couple bells and whistles in order to enhance student understanding and to check for understanding during classroom lessons. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? The first thing we want to do is sign in. So we click on the sign in button in the upper right hand corner of the screen. So go ahead and click that. And then go ahead and select the Google button at the bottom, unless of course you have your own account already set up. That'll take you to an account page, which you'll just select the account that you want to use. It should be your school account, and that will take you to your Nearpod homepage. The Nearpod homepage has lots of different links for you to go to check already existing. Up here in my library, you can already look at already existing presentations, explore ones that they have in their library, join presentations that others are giving, to create or to file reports or to find reports on student performance. But for our purposes today, we're going to click on the create link. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so here we are in the lesson page, and we're going to get started by titling our lesson here. So let's go ahead and call it, I'm going to call it Comedy Film. I'm going to use a PowerPoint presentation that I used a couple years ago in my film studies class. And once you've titled it, now the next thing you want to do is to put your PowerPoint file in there. And this is as simple as drag and drop. So you want to go down to your Start menu, and you want to select your Documents tab, which should open up a window that looks like this. From that window, find the document that you want to use, and then simply drag and drop it into the Nearpod account. So I'm going to go ahead and select my comedy film file, drag it over, drop it in. As you can see here, it's uploading into their system. The check mark tells you it's done, and then just click OK. All right, so now it's going to take a couple moments, and Nearpod will go ahead and upload all of the slides. One of the things that Nearpod does, though, is it takes all of your slides and turns them into flat images, and then each of those images become their own slides. So if you have any embedded videos, any embedded audio, or any embedded animations, those are all going to be gone now, which isn't always a good thing if you're really excited about some of your animations. But in terms of your audio and your video, Nearpod has you covered on that one. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at how to check for understanding with the student. As you can see looking at this, I have a 23 slide PowerPoint presentation. The first 10 slides cover the different subgenres of comedy film, everything from slapstick through hybrid comedies. And I want to check for understanding after that before I get into the characteristics of comedy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Add Slide. There are two places you can go to Add Slide. The first place is up here on the top bar. The second place is this giant link right here at the top of the slide windows. So click on that. And then that gives you a little pop-up that gives you options. You can either add a content slide, add a website, or add an activity, which is what we're going to do. Activities provide a lot of choices. As you can see, you can put in open-ended questions, polls, quizzes. This function called Draw It's really neat because students can actually draw their responses. You would like to use that definitely with touchscreens. A fill in the blank function for like close readings and things of that nature. And then here, your memory test, which is like the classic child's game, Guess Who. I'm going to select an open-ended question for this one. So as you can see, once I select open-ended question, it brings another pop-up. All I have to do is just write my question. So I'm going to ask students to name 5 of the comedic subgenres. All right. If I was a math teacher, I could click over here on the function and actually use math symbols. Or if I wanted students to answer a question based on an image, I could actually upload the image here and have the students respond to that directly. I'm going to click Save. And once I do that, it's now going to add a slide with that particular question at the very bottom of my presentation. So when it's at the bottom of my presentation, all I got to do now is just drag it into place. So I'm going to go ahead and move it up here to slide 11. All right. So now that I'm in slide 11, I can actually preview this. So by clicking on it, I can take a look to see how the students will see it. So I'm going to click Preview. And as you can see, it's generating a preview for me. Give it a couple seconds, and there it is. And so you can see here, this is how students will respond. So they might type in, it's like slapstick and farce and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to exit out of that. Now, another thing that I might want to do is add like videos. Like I told you earlier, when it converts it from PowerPoint to Nearpod, it gets rid of all of your embedded videos. So as you see here, slides 18 through 24, these slides all have video links on them in my original PowerPoint, but those video links are now gone. So I now have to add them in. So what I want to do is I want to start with the Gold Rush, Charlie Chaplin's 1925 film, and I'm going to insert a video right here in slide 19, so that way students can watch it. So once again, I'm going to click Add Slide, this time from the top bar, and I'm going to click Web Content. Then all I'm going to do is I'm going to paste my link into the space and click Save. And then all that's going to do is that's going to now add the web page here at the end. So I just drag it, drop it where I need it, and then I'm going to preview it. So this is what the students will see. So when you're in a classroom, if you're doing a full lesson with the whole class, you might want to show the video using this slide up on a big screen with your projector and some speakers. But if you're having the students do it at their own pace using headphones or whatnot, then of course they can access it on their own. So it gives you some variety in terms of how you might want them to use that. All right. So as you can see here, there are lots of things you can do with the Nearpod lesson. It doesn't just require that you put in slides and do it their way. You can actually take things you already have, put it in there, and then modify it in order to engage your students at a higher level. All right. The last thing you want to do is once you're done, you just click Create. And when you click Create, that will save it into your library, and then you'll have it accessible from there on forward. I hope this lesson has been helpful for you. Thank you for your time today.